You are watching WPTV.
Welcome back to the desk. We have Steven, Jimmy, Joe, and Chris here to break down some key storylines in the MLB. And one of the storylines I wanted to talk about here comes from a player or players who aren't on a team right now. Dallas Keuchel and Craig Kimbrell, both free agents. Steven, should anyone pick them up?
Yeah, well, you take a look at their 2018 stats, weren't terrible. Dallas Keuchel, 12-11, 3.7 ERA, 153 strikeouts. Craig Kimbrell, 5-1, one of the most dominant closers in the league, 2.74 ERA, 96 strikeouts. I have a couple teams here that I think really should make a play for. I'm going to start with Dallas Keuchel, a team like the Chicago Cubs or the Cleveland Indians. Both teams that are kind of starting to lose their superstar mentality and really have to go for it this year. So I think they need to go after a guy like Dallas Keuchel, solid veteran arm that's going to help them out. Now, Craig Kimbrell, the Boston Red Sox bullpen is literal garbage. I mean, it's really bad. I saw it in the dumpster out back. They need that closure that they don't have. They definitely miss Craig Kimbrell. You can see it now. So I think they need to really try and negotiate with him. And the Milwaukee Brewers as well for Craig Kimbrell. Corey Knebel down for the year. Josh Hader, about a 4.0 ERA, not his best. You know, I think they need to be picked up pretty soon.
Joe?
For Keuchel, I'm going to go with the Mets. Jason Vargas, I don't know about you guys. He's been throwing the ball better of late. He's not an MLB pitcher anymore. Like, those days are over. And with DeGrom and Syndergaard, they've been a little inconsistent. Keuchel would be kind of the anchor they need for that rotation. And for Kimbrell, I'm going to go with the Braves. The other night, the Braves fans were shouting, "We want Kimbrell. We want Kimbrell." And, you know, I'm a man of the people. I say give the people what they want. They need a lockdown closer if they're going to make a run. Craig Kimbrell is the guy.
Yeah, for Dallas Keuchel, I'm actually going to go with Boston. Their starting pitching has been the Achilles heel of that team. You can say what you want about the bullpen, but their starting pitching has only 5 wins. Yeah. Okay, Chris Sale has 0. He's been a huge disappointment this year. They put their faith in guys like Nathan Eovaldi. He's hurt now, and he was pretty disappointing. You know, we know about the potential, but I think this team could really use a starter right now, and I think they kind of feel the same way. Craig Kimbrell, I'm going to go with the Mets. All right. They brought back Jerry Familia, and he's been such a disappointment so far. I believe he's now on the IL, so they could use a shutdown reliever like Craig Kimbrell, whether it's as the closer role or maybe as the setup man to Edwin Diaz, who's been pitching pretty well, but they could use another reliever in that bullpen, so I'm going to say the Mets.
Chris?
I'll piggyback right off that. Kimbrell definitely belongs on the Mets now that Familia is now on the 10-day DL, or 10-day injured list, and outside of Familia, Edwin Diaz has now been put into situations where he's coming into a tie game, and Mickey Callaway promised that would never happen with their shiny new closer. So that's a whole different situation, but Kimbrell is definitely a need for the Mets. I see Keuchel fitting in with the Phillies. Aaron Nola, ERA above 5. This is the most competitive division in the MLB, in my opinion, and they had to send down Nick Pivetta. So they really don't have the depth there for starting pitching.
Now let's transition into players that are actually on teams right now and
Yes.
producing. Chris, what player in the MLB has impressed you the most so far?
How can anybody say anybody but Jeff McNeil?
Good old Jeff.
Jeff McNeil. Earlier this week, the Reds faced Luis Castillo, the last day of April, on Tuesday. And Luis Castillo had the best ERA in the league. Middle of the day, you ask Jeff McNeil, hey, how's your scouting going for tonight? Hey, I don't know, who are we facing? This guy is old-fashioned, see ball, hit ball. He does a little bit of scouting, hour before the game, and then he goes in and he tears it up. He's hitting .365 this year, and he has set records for Mets hits, first one to 100 hits in Mets franchise history. He has been absolutely phenomenal. He's been everything that the Mets clamored for once they called him up last year. Jimmy?
You know, we got a lot of baseball left, but the season ended right now. Cody Bellinger is the MVP. This man's numbers to start the season are otherworldly. I'm talking MLB The Show numbers. .425 batting average, 14 home runs, 38 RBIs, 48 hits, and a slugging percentage of .867. Put together makes a 1.367 OPS. This man is on another level right now. We knew he was very talented. He won Rookie of the Year in 2017. Kind of regressed a little bit in 2018, so I did not expect him to be having the season he's having so far. Obviously, we still have a long way to go, but if the season ended right now, he wins the Triple Crown. So what Cody Bellinger is doing, plus he also has a 500 OBP, he's getting on half his at-bats. That's crazy. That's Barry Bonds-like. So, yeah, still full season to go, but I love what I'm seeing out of Cody Bellinger so far.
Joe?
I got to go with Tim Anderson. The guy's leading the AL in hitting. He's ignited the team, keeps hitting big home runs, playing a great shortstop. He's surprised me. I think that he's probably one of the best shortstops in the game right now.
Clean us up, Steven. What you got?
I never thought I would have to say Kirby Yates' name on this desk, but I have to give credit where credit is due. Guy's been a lockdown reliever, 0-0 on the year, 16 appearances on a sub-1 ERA. He hasn't given up a run, and I can't even count on my fingers how many games. He's really been a staple for the Padres pitching staff, which has really been a joke for them for years now. And there's some electricity in the Padres, and especially with Kirby, who they should look to re-sign quick.
There's a lot going on in the MLB, and when we come back in the fall, we'll all have the answers for the questions that we asked today. That's it for the Diamond, but don't go anywhere. We'll lace up our sneakers and hit the hardwood with the NBA crew right after this.